Hi everyone, welcome back to Storytelling with Ev. Today we're going to be talking about Chapter 5 from Gabby Bernstein's Super Attractor book. And Chapter 5 is called Lifting the Veil. I have to admit that I had a bit of difficulty with this chapter. In full disclosure, it's mostly because I'm still learning a lot about all the spiritual realm. I mean, I believe in spirituality completely. The thing is that I haven't actually worked on lifting the veil, and so going through this chapter was very interesting for me, and I felt like it was a really good challenge as well because it's a bit more esoteric, and I love delving into stuff like this. So I find it really fascinating, and how there are people out there who can see beyond this physical realm into the spiritual one. And I have friends who can do it too. So I always find that so incredible. What's really cool about what Gabby's doing here is that she's actually showing us how we can tap into it ourselves if you choose to. And I think the most important message that she's putting out there is being in that state of love, because we all came from love. We get bogged down, like we get heavy with so many fear-based thoughts in the world, and the more we play into those fear-based thoughts, the more we separate ourselves from the universe and from our love as well. So by lifting the veil, it's actually giving us an opportunity to reconnect with the universe. You can actually tap into your power as a super attractor. What can you do then? You can choose to do things that will help you to realign with your the state of love. And that'll remind you to actually to be in the light instead of wallowing in the darkness. And you can forgive yourself for even seeing the darkness in the first place. I mean, we're all bombarded by news, and the news is not always good. And when we get caught up in those spirals, it's sometimes we can feel really powerless around what we can do. But if everyone thinks that way, then we definitely are powerless, because then no one is doing anything. So you can actually do things that will make you feel good, and to actually participate in actions that you truly believe in. And that way you are actually doing something that you are actually feeling good about it as well. And that will help to realign you with the state of love, with that emotion. And you'll be the light in any situation, wherever you go. And it's kind of nice to be that person, because have you ever met someone where you're just immediately attracted to them because they exude this sort of peace and love, and just there's so much and you feel light around them whenever you talk to them. It's such a wonderful feeling, and I'm so grateful that I have people like that in my life. Seek out people like that, or actually ask to be introduced to people like that. Not necessarily through your friends, but you can actually ask the universe to direct you to find your tribe of people, like-minded people, who are either seeking a spiritual path or are on their spiritual path, and they will have the same sort of lightness. You'll find them, I guarantee it. Or if you have found them, awesome. Another way to kind of get out of your headspace of fear, or just feeling that the world is just too much, is to meditate. And if you're someone who is unaccustomed to meditating, it's easy to try. You can try it just a few times, just to kind of dip your toe in. You can do guided meditations. Those are actually the easiest ones. And you can definitely find a lot of meditations on YouTube. And just meditate in the light. And if you can focus on that, and meditation is great for relieving stress and for silencing your thoughts, which can be challenging at times, but the more you practice it, the more you'll be able to actually come back to just to look inward and realign yourself with love. So it's a great way to just surrender your will to the universe, to just sit on your pillow and meditate. And meditating in silence can be quite advanced for someone who's just starting out. I did guided meditations for the longest time, and I thought, oh, nothing's really happening. What's going on? But it wasn't until I kept practicing it on a daily basis where I discovered I was able to not engage in a lot of the negativity around me. And that was such a life-saving gift, really. When you actually lift the veil, when you are realigning yourself with the universe, that is where your true power lies. When you actually connect to the energy of love and to your inner light, because we're all made of, we're all light beings, right? When you actually reconnect with that, that is where your true power as a super attractor can come from too, because you'll actually go out of your way. You'll notice that judgments, criticisms, other people's fears kind of roll off your back. You won't take them on, and you'll find that you won't want to take them on either. So I hope this has kind of given you an idea of how you can actually lift the veil and what you can do in this fear-based world. And I know that personally, after I read this chapter, I haven't actually done the meditation that's in the chapter yet, but it's something that I'm interested in doing. Whenever I do meditate, I can feel my third eye tingling, so that would be the space, your pineal gland right there, and I can feel things coming through. And so whenever you hear people saying oh, I got this download to do something, they had this inspiration to do something, that's basically it. That's your connection to the universe. The more you tune into it, the better you get at actually using it as well and listening to your intuition. So I hope this has helped you, and please leave any comments below around if you have any issues with it. I'm more than happy to step in and help. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share this message with anyone who you feel needs to hear it. And I will see you in my next video.